Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you to talk about an important topic, and that is potential harm to rare species from location-tagged data. Let's get into it a bit, shall we? In a new study from Yale University entitled Unnatural Surveillance: How Online Data is Putting Species at Risk, author
Adam Welz
sounds an alarm about harm that can potentially come from the fact that location information is increasingly tied to data. In the case of rare and endangered species, plants and animals, Weiss points out that poachers can use computers and smartphones to pinpoint locations of rare and endangered species, and then go nab them. The case highlighted in the article is one of a couple who had been illegally gathering rare African succulent plants after doing research on the location of the plants, and then illegally selling the plants through their own website. In the past, it may have taken perhaps an entire career to gather information on this level of specificity. But in 2015, a pair of poachers could acquire it in a short time from a desk on another continent. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated case, and Weiss should know. He has long focused on writing about and has extensive experience in international and African wildlife issues. The author thoughtfully raises other ways, trends, and technologies that expose the location of protected species to those with other motives, such as the increased publishing of scientific research in open access journals, which you and I have done for many years. Also, VHF radio signals from animal callers, the rise of citizen science, and even geotagged social media posts from tourists with photographing wildlife. Weiss recognizes the positive impact that the growth of data has had on research and on conservation in particular, but raises awareness of the real danger that location-tagged data can pose to the very things that many seek to study and protect. As a member of the academic community, I have been working with open access journals for years, and I had not considered the potential misuse of this new publication avenue. As a longtime member of another community, that of caving, I have for decades been very sensitive to the related issue of publishing of cave locations, for example, and the resulting harm that can and has come from those entering caves without a permit and or those who would seek to vandalize caves. I would love to see a researcher conduct further research on the geospatial implications of the points that Weiss raises. Lacking that, Weiss's article still provides an affirmation of one of our themes of our Spatial Reserves blog and our GIS for Public Domain data book. Namely, what is important is what people do with the data. Data can be used for good and for ill. It is my hope that articles such as this raise awareness so that the data and tool providers can build safeguards that make it difficult for people who seek to use data for ill to access that data while still moving forward and toward the goals of open data access for enabling smart decisions on our planet. Thanks.